Hello guys, today we're gonna read the life of Helen Keller in a singular book. Meet Helen Keller. Helen Keller could not see, hear, or speak. When she was a little girl, she could not communicate with anyone. Then, a special teacher helped Helen connect with the world. Helen went on to become one of the most admired people on the earth. Helen was born on June 27, 1880, in Tuscumbia, Alabama, US. She was a normal and healthy baby. As you can see, this is where Helen Keller was born. Over here is Tuscumbia. Going back to the story, in 1882, little Helen got very sick. She had a very high fever. Her parents were afraid their daughter would die. They were happy when she got better, but the fever left Helen unable to see or hear. Because she could not hear, she could also not speak. Helen was trapped in a silent, scary world. She became angry and wild. Her parents could not control her. They decided to hire someone to help. When Helen was 7 years old, a teacher named Anne Sullivan came to live with the Kellers. Helen could not see the signs Sullivan made, so she had to feel them. Sullivan taught Helen how to spell words with her fingers. The youngster learned quickly, but she did not know what the finger signs meant. Then one day, something amazing happened. Water! Sullivan took Helen out to a water pump in the backyard. She pumped out water over the girl's hand. At the same time, Sullivan's finger spelled water into Helen's other hand. Suddenly, Helen understood. Huh. Helen was very excited. She and Sullivan rushed around the house and yard. Helen wanted her teacher to spell the word for everything she touched. From that day on, Helen learned everything. Wanted to. It was the start of a new life. Helen's education. Sullivan taught Helen how to finger spell. She also learned how to read and type Braille. How do you pronounce this?
Braille.
Yeah, Braille. Braille is a special erased type that allows blind people to read. They could feel the special letters on the page. Helen also learned how to touch somebody's lips by touching them as the person spoke. Later, Helen and Sullivan went to a special school in Boston so Keller could learn how to talk. Helen Keller wanted to go to college. In the 1900s, no, just 1900s, she enrolled at Radcliffe College in Massachusetts. Sullivan went with her and helped her take notes. In 1904, Helen graduated from Radcliffe. She also wrote a book called The Story of My Life. Helen meets the world. Helen became known for around the world. Many famous people wanted to meet her. She met well-known authors as Mark Twain. She also met many US presidents and other world leaders. Helen wanted to help other people. She asked the government to help people who were blind or deaf. She journeyed around the world to show people how they could overcome their problems. The timeline of Helen Keller's life. During 1880, born on June 27, on 1882, loses her sight and her hearing. In 1987, begins working with Sullivan. In 1904, graduates from Radcliffe College. In 1924, begins working to help the deaf and the blind. In 1968, she dies on June 1. Helen Keller died on June 1, 1968, when she was 87 years old. Helen will always be remembered and admired as a woman who overcame huge obstacles to achieve her goals. Her amazing example continues to inspire others to change the world. A poem about Helen Keller. She lived in a world that was quiet and dark, and then a teacher came who lit a great spark. Helen learned there's a word for everything in creation. Her love for life and learning became an inspiration. You don't need to read this. You're done!